Good morning, everyone. It's Emily here from Phoenix Gateway, bringing you your reading for the week starting the 28th of July to the 4th of August. Another beautiful week I feel we will have in store. For those that have, really had a very trying and testing Mercury retrograde with all the other planets that have been in retrograde in this past month. I feel this month is going to bring, this week is going to bring a totally new energy. I do know that here in Melbourne, Australia, that our new moon is actually falling at 1:11 p.m. So when we look at the numerology of that, it's pretty phenomenal. And to me, it's all about new beginnings. It's a fresh start. I'm going to be doing a reading this week and working with my Sacred Geometry Healing cards. I'm working with the second edition. There's still some copies of the first still available, which are an bloody awesome deck, if I may say so myself. But the difference with the second deck, more than anything, is that they're actually available now overseas and can be purchased through Shiver Publishing, and then also all good stock is around the US and Europe, and the UK, which is awesome. I also have online my beautiful range of liquid alchemy in a bottle, which are all vibrational elixirs that can be ingested. And for those who love to travel and really want to get into the healing power of travel, I have my up-and-coming tour to Egypt and Jordan, which is starting to fill, which is just amazing. And all the links to everything will be below this reading. So let's get into it. I'm going to put this down now. And I'm just going to adjust the camera a little bit so that we can see the cards. So let us shuffle and see what the cards really have to tell us for this week, starting the 28th of July till the 4th of August. So 28th of July to the 4th of August. Can I please have some cards? 28th of July to the 4th of August. See what we have to know. If we can be told for this week. Can I have cards for this week, please? And let's hope this. Okay. Joy. Love, love, love this beautiful card. Creating joy, happiness. I'm just going to put that there. And I'll pull a few more cards. I think this is such a beautiful reminder. I look at the joy card as I'm still shuffling because for whatever reason the cards don't want to fall out for this week. But joy, creating joy and happiness, and I'm going to even speak for myself and just speaking to a girlfriend before. So many of us, we live in our past. We bring up our past hurts, our past pain, our past memories. And, it's so much easier, unfortunately, to focus on the negatives rather than the positives. And this is a really beautiful reminder that we have to come from the heart when we're working with the octahedron, which you can see is the main shape here. We're working from the heart space. Within the octahedron is actually an orange icosahedron. So this is about the nurturing aspect. We're coming from that sacral center and we're nurturing on all levels of our being. It's our creativity, it's our birthing, it's our mothering. It is all of those things. And, it's such a beautiful reminder that, to me, life is short and we've got to make the most of it. And, it's really important to find those ways that are going to help you to overcome the feelings that we still may hold on to of grief or anger, resentment, whatever it may be. I know I've brought this up a number of times before, but Ho'oponopono is one of my favorites. It's about the Hawaiian mantra. It's please forgive me, I'm sorry, thank you, I love you. It's about repeat, 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 repeat. Repeat until you feel whatever it is lifting from you. Maybe you need to do some writing as well. And it definitely is about rewiring and resetting our brain. It's about retraining our thoughts. And, you know, one of the things that I'm feeling quite passionate about, and the way I will be going teaching wise, is when we're looking at the 7 Hermetic principles. And if for any of them, the main one to really understand and know is the law of mentalism. And the law of mentalism states that the all is connected. And, you know, for us, it's about our thoughts. And it's our thoughts that then ultimately create the matter of our 3-dimensional reality. So everything starts with a thought. It is consciousness. So in knowing that, it is really important to retrain your brain to understand that we need to think on a different level. Because when we start thinking differently, when our mindset is more positive, then we're also going to be manifesting that joy into our lives. We're going to be manifesting the physical reality of the beauty of love, friendship, hopes, desires, you know, and all that we want in our lifetime in this three-dimensional reality. So that's really nice. I don't know what it is, but the cards do not want to fly out today. Can I please? There we go. And how apt is this card, having had joy as the octahedron here. But here we actually have the platonic solid of the octahedron. And this is about love. It's the unconditional love of self. It is self-love. It is our, you know, the elements of our self-worth as well. But this is about loving from your heart. For me, this one also... like when I look at my vibrational elixirs, this is the alchemy of Isis, and this is all about loving myself, and it's about I forgive myself and I love myself with a full and compassionate heart. These are available on my website as well. But how beautiful, you know, this is really backing up this card of joy. And, okay, let's come up with a third card. Let's see what we can bring. Come on. Please and thank you. May I have another card for this week? So we've got joy. We've got recreating the joy and happiness in our lives, the unconditional love that we create first and foremost with ourselves. And a really beautiful message, timely message, and I'll tell you, I'm taking it on full board as well. You know, I really need to hear it for me. And you know, if I'm here to teach all this stuff, then I have to also be the student. To be the student, to become the teacher. Could I please have a third card? Please excuse my dogs barking. And my son making noises to go on top of it. Oh my goodness. Okay, what have we got here? Sorry, I just got to pick them all up. Oh, I think I might have to take them, because it's just taken so long to get the cards that we have. Okay, let's start off with this one. So the third card to come through is balance. And, you know, we're bringing through that love, that joy, but it's really important to make sure that we're balanced in our lives as well. And I just feel that for this card, I don't know why, but I just want to say breathe. It's so important to breathe. When we're starting to feel that we're out of balance, when we're starting to feel the little niggles of you know, when we're starting to feel the uncertainty or those, you know, like, oh my God, what am I thinking of? Like, why can't I think of the words that I want? When you start to feel your stomach is churning a little bit, you know, breathe. So important to breathe and to create that balance. You know, big deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and recenter. Also, following on from balance, we've got meditation. You know, for us on a level, we're here to learn, we're here to re-educate ourselves. You know, for so long we have been dumbed down, you know, we've been switched off. And for those watching this as this particular, you know, reading with sacred geometry, working with these cards, it's already that you're on the awakening journey, that you're starting to understand that there's more out there than meets the eye. It's that knowing, that inner knowing that is starting to stir within you. And that also can bring up all our elements of you know, as well, that we go through, of uncertainty and, you know, when your tummy starts to churn because, you know, you're really not sure, because it's opening up a whole new reality for you. And it's, you know, for us as we start to change our frequencies, our vibration, one of the beautiful ways in which we can do this is through mindfulness, through meditation. And it's about being able to bring ourselves consciously to another level. It's about able to take ourselves there to you know, to expand our frequencies. And as we do that, we're also allowing ourselves to connect to source on a very, very different frequency and a different level. So really important. Not only are we going to balance ourselves through breath, but we're actually going to balance ourselves and bring ourselves to you know, as we change our frequencies, we're going to do that through meditation. What else has come through? Okay, beautiful. It's knowing that, you know, the world is our oyster, and we have unlimited potential. And again, this is so apt in everything that I'm talking about. And the reason why, and when you do understand a little bit more about sacred geometry, this is why it's so important, I believe, to have an underlying understanding, because, or underlying knowing. And it's not about understanding it all, but it's about gaining knowledge, because it's then knowing how we can take the fabrication of the universe and we can work with it to our advantage. Now, this is the truncated icosahedron. I've called it unlimited potential. This particular shape is that of our DNA. It is the pent hex makeup, and it is absolutely sensational, and I absolutely love this shape. And what it is saying is that we have the ability to change ourselves on a cellular level, to change our DNA. And it starts first and foremost with the law of mentalism, which is the ability to be able to change our thought process. And, you know, the timely conversation I even had with my girlfriend just before starting this, you know, because it's my reminder as well, because we have been brought here, you know, we have chosen to come here and experience this lifetime in our three-dimensional reality. And doing so, you know, we have to relearn, we have to reteach ourselves. And, you know, as we do this, it's about understanding that the world is our oyster, and we can change it on a massive scale if we choose to do so, because we have the ability to first and foremost change our own genetic makeup. So this is telling you that the world is your oyster, and you can become, you can choose to do whatever it is. You can change your own reality. And, you know, it is working in with wisdom, and, you know, it's being able to understand that, you know, we can work with everything that is around us, everything within our universe, and we can get into the law of correspondence, you know, as one of the other hermetic principles. But the wisdom, you know, the wisdom is there. The wisdom is all around us. You know, it's as above, so below. It's, you know, as above universally on a macro scale, but it's also on the micro scale. And it already sits, that wisdom already sits within our own DNA. And we can access that wisdom, we can access that knowledge. And it's relearning and teaching ourselves how to do that. It's about accessing the sacred geometry. It's about accessing that beautiful wisdom that sits already within our DNA, but as above, so below. So what's within is also without. If there's any more cards that want to come through, I don't want to take so many, but if we've got a couple more cards that I can take through, let's do so now. Is there another card for the week that I can work with to show? So I think that I'd like to take one more card. Oh. Okay. Seems like the solfeggio frequencies have come through on this one. I'm going to take these two. And I'm just going to look at the bottom deck while I'm at it, which is all gratitude. Gratitude is about being grateful for all that we have in this, you know, in our lifetimes, all that we have experienced to date. And, you know, as I've said in past readings and when I do talk about this card, it is that knowing, that understanding that, you know, we need to take all life's experiences into account with gratitude, because the gratitude wouldn't be there if it was just one way. It's not just about being grateful for all the positives. It's also about being grateful for those that have caused, you know, hardships or have brought about some major crisis within our life, because that is what helps us heal, and that is what, you know, my comment for gratitude or for that is, for every crisis there is a gift, and it is very, very true. You know, in our lifetime, you know, like for me, 15 years ago, I lost my husband to cancer. And it was him that unlocked this beautiful world for me to understand, for me to journey through, and to, you know, to really grow. So for that, I am forever grateful. But the two cards that came through before we end is the 417 and the 963. The 417 is about releasing that trauma. And, you know, we've just, for each one of us, we carry trauma in a different way. But this is going back to Ho'oponopono, a beautiful way to work with it. And for some, you know, it may be past that Ho'oponopono, that you may need help on different levels. You know, maybe you do need to go and get some counseling of sorts. Each one of us will be different, but we can work with these frequencies. We can listen to them. I've actually just created a beautiful set of solfeggio frequencies in elixirs, and they will be coming through soon. You know, maybe do some writing, but it is about being able to release. It's about being able to retrain your mindset and your thoughts. And it's coming into the I am. This is the ultimate state of being. It is the balance that we need to create, you know, through mind. And it's all about, interestingly enough, it's all about an open heart and an open mind. And we can open our mind, our consciousness. We can expand it through meditation. And as we come into the open heart, the open mind, you know, the world really becomes our oyster. It is the gratitude. And, you know, on another level, we can look at gratitude. We can take the Merkaba, and we can take this as the 12-pointed star. It's like the double Merkaba. And the Merkaba is our ascension vehicle. The Merkaba is, which is, we can see, this divine shape on the box. This is the Merkaba. and it is the gratitude. And, you know, it is, you know, in a nutshell, it is the ascension. It is the healing that we can create, mind, body, and soul. And actually, I kid you not, I've just lifted off the gratitude card, and as I've looked down, that is the card that was underneath. So I think there is a really big message here. You know, and this week, what is it telling us? New beginnings are abound. And it's about realizing first and foremost that, you know, consciousness creates thoughts, and which then through thoughts creates the physical reality that we live. And, you know, when we come from an open heart, we come from an open mind, we really have the ability to create our you know, our own reality, and it's unconditional, and it's consciously creating our reality on so many levels. It's just learning how to do that, and I've given just a few examples of how you can work with it this week. So, wow. That is a really profound reading, if I may say so myself. That was, yeah, wow. I think I'm going to go back and I'm going to sit with it myself and listen again. So have an awesome week wherever you are. And I look forward to speaking with you next week. Okay, bye for now.